All right. Welcome back to another Dorrier Underwood conversation. My name is Laura Neff. I am a Dorrier Underwood consultant, and I am here with Carol Orndorff and Doug McVaden, my colleagues at Dorrier Underwood, also senior consultants with the company. And we are coming together to have some pretty impromptu conversations that you can listen in on. Not so much about the things to do to have this odd time we're in be great or anything like that, but actually more of a conversation of what's it like to be here now and to be adjusting how we're working and relating and being productive or not, and all of the kind of background things of what it's like to be now. So one thing we noticed as we had set this time aside to record this last week, and when we got to the call, we were kind of heavy. I could speak for myself that it's been a heavier energy day several weeks into this and coming back to work on a Monday. And so we thought, if we're talking about how it is to be in this time, maybe that's where we start. So listen to get something for yourself, and here we go. So who wants to begin?
Well, I'll start, Laura, because I was with a number of clients in Zoom today. And this is starting to get old for some people. You know, the newness of the being home and figuring out how to make everything work is starting to wear off and wear on people. And for some people, it's not, but there are quite a few today that in some form or fashion, they were just like, I don't know what to do. I'm used to being on an airplane. You know, I don't know how to keep track of if my people are working on the right stuff and are they on track, and so it's new for them. And you know, just being able to voice that and have other people hear it just kind of seemed to calm people down a little bit. And one thing that I did with the people I talked to today is we revisited acknowledgement and appreciation, which is one of our distinctions at Dorrier Underwood. And we said it's probably the most underutilized. And we actually practiced generating some acknowledgements for each other. And it really opens something up. And I'm not prescribing that. I'm just saying that, you know, when we can actually be heard, if we can actually listen to each other and be able to say what we need to say and be heard, new ideas kind of start to surface. So I have background noise here.
I just got a new idea that just surfaced there, which is, you know, how can you buffer the sound a little bit better in your location, Carol? That was my new idea. No, it's funny what you say about that it's getting old already. It just shows you our impatience. You know, because it's like, really, you know, what about the siege of Stalingrad, you know, 900 days? It's like, we're such wimps is what I keep thinking, you know, that we just don't have much stamina for anything. But I also think our bodies are trained. Like, I keep wanting to go out and get in the car and go somewhere, just anywhere. And I guess I've kind of been conditioned to that. You know, it's not really a desire, like a thought. You know, I'm not saying that I must think of something to do, but I find myself wanting to, well, look at me, I'm on the porch. You know, it's like I couldn't stay inside anymore. I had to get some kind of change of scenery. So maybe it's the modern dilemma. You know, we have to give ourselves a change of scenery, or we get, we have all kinds of nicknames for it, right? Stir crazy and cabin fever.
Yeah, like that. So I'm standing up. I mean, I just knew if I was going to do this call, if I was going to be able to bring anything, I had to get up out of my seat. And Doug, what you're pointing to for me is that I have taken for granted all the ways that I can have stimulation in my life on a day-to-day basis, much of which includes jumping in the car and going somewhere, or getting on a plane and traveling or whatever. And that external stimulation is not as present these days. So it's a interesting thing to think about in terms of what sources energy for us.
Yeah, you know, another thing that sources energy for us is being able to do something without thinking about it. And it seems like right now, you got to think about everything. Like, am I being too loud? There are other people in the house. You know, should I go downstairs, or is somebody else there right now? And, you know, it's like a lack of freedom at every turn. Like oh, I got to think about that first. And I think that's wearing. You know, like I just like I start having thoughts like I just don't want to have to mess with it. You know, that kind of thing. Like you have to mess with everything. And even this, like I don't want to be asked how I'm doing. That's like, do I have to tell another person how I'm doing? On a normal day, I can like feel however I feel, but I don't have to be asked how I'm coping with the crisis.
Much less recorded.
Right.
Well, you know, Doug, you were saying about the having to think about everything. It's kind of like starting a new job or starting something new. The first couple weeks, I'm always exhausted, and when I come home, and I had a couple clients today say the same thing, and I've noticed that I've been tireder because I really have to think about what I'm going to do, or I have to fight that urge to want to go get in the car and go somewhere.
Yeah. One thing as we're talking, I'm thinking about my day, and one moment that I had that was actually brought me some, I guess, a little bit of sense of my own power in the midst of whatever, all this. There were a lot of moving parts here today. My husband's working from home, but also in and out because he's in an essential service kind of work, and I have a family member that I needed to take to the hospital at a certain point today and then go pick up at a certain point today. And then one of my cats had to go to the vet in the middle of the day, plus work and meetings stacked up. And I'm aware of how much privilege there is in what I'm about to say, but also on the schedule today was someone was going to come and clean our house. And I went back and forth about it, and we've been in communication about it. She's like, we're wearing masks, we're wearing gloves, and we're cleaning. So if you're okay with it, we're okay with it. I had decided to have that go ahead. And this morning, I just was like, there are too many moving parts here. And to think about, I got to find the cat, to put it in the crate, to take it to the vet. And if she's here vacuuming, the cat's going to be God knows where. And like, just, there was too much. And I sent her a message and I was like, please don't come. Please, I already paid you, keep it. It's worth it. Like, I'll talk to you next month. And there was actually just such a sigh of relief to have kind of command over my environment and not have any other inputs other than everything that we're already dealing with here. It's like any way to simplify and like exhale right now feels good.
Well, I think that you're commenting on the sense of overwhelm that happens when you have all these domains collapsed on each other that are normally have some separation, you know, and having the work. Now you work from home some anyway, I happen to know, but
right.
But it's not because it's your only option, and now it's your only option, you know, so it's very different for most people. I think it is, and it requires more concentration. I think we're going to start to come out the other side, though, don't you? I mean, I've already gotten tricky myself, like coming out here on the deck, you know, realizing the time of day that it works, where it's not too hot and the sun's right, that I can even use my computer without the glare. I mean, you know, I've already like got a workaround in my 4th or 5th day of this. So that's the other thing that's emerging is, you know, just a little bit of creativity.
Definitely. Feel like a good stopping point for today?
Think so.
All
I
right.
think so.
Thanks for watching. We hope that you got value out of this, and join us again for a next Dorrier Underwood conversation.
See you next time.
Bye.